What's going on, guys? Great rising, great rising. Alright, so here, great rising, Muhammad. What's good, my brother? Here, what's good, folk? Welcome, welcome. I'll go. What about you? I'm doing good too, man. Just kind of looking through this. A lot of these pairs already moved, man. Not gonna lie, right? I woke up early last night. I was like 3 a.m. Right? The ones that don't have the flag already did STP, right? But then looking through it, like Euro USD is only missing 3 pips to go to 39 pips, and we still haven't gotten a break of the highs. GU is pretty much on the same verge, right? We still don't have a break of the highs, and we're only missing a few pips for STP, right? We're missing 2 pips for STP on that. US 30 already hit STP. But US 30 is interesting today because I'm not expecting, just looking at how price is moving, again, we're still making lower lows and lower highs, right? And the fact that this started moving at 5 a.m. and it's just straight green candles, usually, right, most of the time, whenever we have movements like that super early on US 30, we're going to get a retracement. And it happened yesterday, right? It happened on this day. This was NYC, this was NYC, this just consolidated, this was NYC, NYC, right? NYC, NYC, NYC. So like if we get moves during NYC, we know US 30 moves like that, right? But when you get moves during the end of London going into NYC, is always more than likely a fake out, right? To then go right back down. But it's all good, right? Because remember, we still have these gaps at the top of the market on US 30, which we are expecting for price to come up and fill these gaps up, right? All of these gaps that we have at the top. So again, we're still making lower lows, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So for us to be in a comfortable position going long, to be able to hold the position and know that okay, we're in this for the long run, we gotta wait for those continuations, right? Um, and it also gave an engulfing candle, right? This engulfing candle here closed, and then it took a little bit. It took like 2-3 hours for price to actually start moving, right? It tapped some people's stop losses for the people who had tight stop losses, right? But we understood that our stop loss for this entry would have really been down here. So our stop loss would have never been hit. But the people who had the aggressive stop loss, which was just below the 30-minute zone, which would be down here, it got tapped, right? And then it went up. So that is also a reason why I'm here. Like, okay, maybe that's it. Like, this is gonna be the move for the day, right? So we're gonna have to just wait that out. But yeah, GU and EU are done already. And that's something else that's just weird is we know that USD CAD moves counter of US 30, and the fact that USD CAD is just moving sideways at this point, right? It's off-putting for sure. Right? So it makes me think a little bit like, where is price wanting to go right now? Are we gonna get a pullback? Is price just gonna sit there? And we can see that this 4-hour high, we still don't have a valid. We still don't have a valid place for it. We'll out of here. The last green candle before the push down. We'll out of here for now. So we'll just wait and see, I guess. I mean, there's really no other pairs. Still holding CAD-CHF, perfect. GJ was the only one I wanted to take, but gave a strong candle on 15 wasn't able to get in. So yeah, I'm done for the day. Let's see. Let's look at GJ. This here in the 30 was pretty good. Consolidation, right? Stop hunted the lows, gave the engulfing candle right after. Only thing, it missed the retest by a fraction of a pip, but that would have been a pretty aggressive, a pretty good, not even aggressive. It would have been a good entry for sure, especially the time that it did it, 3:34 o'clock, which is normally the time GJ moves. This would have been a bad position to get into for sure. EU gave a 5-minute engulfing and pushed up. It was too late by the time. Wasn't looking at it. Let's see. This one's not valid because it doesn't have a wick. This one top punted the lows here, but then it gave it this nice one here as well. This was the best one out of all of them, right? Red, red, green. Gave a retest to continue the push. It's not bad, yeah. A lot of these pairs move super, super early. Yeah, that wouldn't have been a bad position, definitely. Especially after 3 days of drop, we know where price is gonna go. Yeah, that would have been a really good position for sure. And you said you're still holding CAD CHF. Let's take a look. Not bad. Right, yesterday, I don't know if you watched the recording or if you watched the stream yesterday when we were going over this one. But yeah, that what we were saying yesterday pretty much played out to the T, literally perfectly. Right? We understood that this was a type 1 pattern, right? So this is a multi-session, right? Type 1 pattern, right? And this is where price was going to hold, right? And literally as soon as price came up to these highs, it held the highs, gave an engulfing candle, and it gave the retest. So CAD CHF was a beautiful, beautiful catch yesterday too. It went up, wicked it, right? You got a wick entry right on the zone to then continue the push to the downside. This was a beautiful, beautiful catch out of you for sure. This one played out. This played out like a Mona Lisa for us, 100%. As soon as price rejected these highs, gave the engulfing candle. As soon as it gave the engulfing candle, it gave us the retest, and then went right into profit. It wasn't that bad at all. Um, Let's see the other ones real quick. So another thing, right? We know that US 30 and Bitcoin pretty much move similarly. Um, and again, right now it's not looking similar, right? So gold also already did STP, right? Gave us a type 2 pattern, just consolidated, and it just went straight into profit. Um, and we're in the middle of the zone, right? We're in the middle between the 30-minute high and the 30-minute low. So not the best place, not the best place to look for a trade for gold right now. We gotta wait for a little bit of a continuation. But outside of that, I mean, I really don't have any pairs for today at all. There's really, I have nothing. We have no pairs that haven't moved yet. All of them already did STP. All of them already made the move for the day. ADR already for some of them were hit already as well. You know, and let me say, I don't even know that, I don't even check the news last night. We have news at 8:30 for CAD, and that's pretty much it for the day. GBP news at 1 p.m. USD news at 1:15. So today might be a weird day, right? Like today might be a day where we're just gonna get a lot of volume all day. What about EuroCAD? Wanted to go long? Let's see. So pretty much still at the top of the zone. No continuations. The 4 hour, we're in the middle of the zone. No continuation. But we're on the 800 EMA, so that's good. Right, and then we had lower low, lower high, lower low. This is where price just kind of consolidated. Yeah, I think yesterday I was saying the only way I'll start looking for trades on EuroCAD would be once we get this break of these highs. So this is why this one wasn't even on either. I was waiting for these highs up here. Um, no, no engulfing candles here either. Let me see. No engulfing candles. Yeah, the way I'm looking at it would just be once we get this change of character, but it wouldn't even be on this side. I would wait for this one over here. And the reason for that is the 800 DMA, right? Because you know, again, we understand lower low, lower low, right? You could catch a pullback, right? Which the pullback would just be the lower high, and then it continues to go down, right? The reason I'm saying that 800 EMA. If price respects the 800 EMA, like we know it does, right? If you get into a long here, right, price could always reverse right here. So I wouldn't be looking for a trade here. I'd be looking for my trades up here. And this is the trade that I'll hold, right? And we know that that's what overall market makers pattern, right? We know that that's what we're going to be looking for. So my that's the only valid position the way I would see it on EuroCAD, right? Or the engulfing candle. But that's it. If the engulfing candle would have happened somewhere down here, obviously when price is at the bottom of consolidation of this little zone to then go up, we could see that, right? But at this point, let's start, right? Again, let's look at the overview, right? What could happen with price? What is price doing right now? What does it look like it can do or what it wants to do, right? Price consolidated during Asia session going into London session, right? And it broke out, right? This could either be a type 2 pattern where its price just consolidates, breaks out, and continues to go to the top side, or this could turn into a type 1 pattern, which is exactly this what we see, where price consolidates, breaks out, right? It stop hunts everybody, makes everybody believe that this is going to be still, this is going to be where price makes lower low, lower low, higher high, higher low, higher high, right? Makes everybody believe that, oh, this is where you want to get into longs, and then it turns into a type 1 pattern, where again, consolidation, breakout, and then it starts going down, right? So that's why my position, I wouldn't look for any if you didn't catch these trades down here, right? I wouldn't be looking for positions up here. My only valid position now would be after we clear this, after we clear these highs out and we start changing from lower lows, lower highs to then making higher highs and higher lows. And yeah, EuroCAD is still testing these highs. So that's what I would wait for EuroCAD. I would wait for these highs to clear first, get above the 800 EMA, and then use the 800 as support, right? And where we want to see price break retest to then continue to push to the top side. US 30 is beautiful. I don't trade that pair. Yeah, no, US 30 always looks good. US 30 always looks good. Situation with US 30s that entries are a little bit trickier, right? Sometimes US 30, if you know, the blueprint on US 30 is always going to be good, right? The most difficult thing on US 30 is catching the entry that's not going to hit you with a wick, right, and stop you out. But if US 30 is one of those pairs where, right, like how it happened this day before it went down, right? If you're too early on a trade, and US 30 is one of those pairs where if you're too early on a trade and you don't have the account size to put the right stop loss, it's it's too expensive of a pair to make mistakes, right? So I always tell people, like, you could trade US 30, but US 30 is a pair that you have to graduate to, right? If you can't trade, if you're not a profitable trader on smaller pairs, right, just on regular forex pairs, you shouldn't be trading US 30, right? Like if you're still entering trades on a regular forex pair where you're entering and getting faked out, you shouldn't be trading US 30. Cuz if you make the same mistakes trading regular for if you make the same mistakes you make on regular forex pairs and you do that on US 30, one bad trade on US 30 could wipe out your account. So that's what I always tell people, that it looks beautiful. It's, you know, you could go back into any day, any week, right? US 30 zooming out of it, it's beautiful, right? It's always, we've always said that. It's just about the entries, right? It's about the entries, knowing what zones you're in, right? What type of market cycle you're in. 'Cause like I said, that one, you know, you could catch, to give the example, right? You could catch 3 trades in a row on US 30, right? But that one day, that one loss you take, just wiped out 2 days of profits. That's the good thing and the bad thing about US 30. But but I said you guys could trade US 30 the same way using the same rules, especially with the engulfings. US 30 loves using those engulfing candles. Loves using them. And they'll use those zones to trap traders as well. They'll use those engulfing candles to hit stop losses. Right, again, the same way we explained here. Right? If you caught this trade, yeah, it's beautiful, right? But if you don't know the real zones, let's say, you know, the people who just trade the 30-minute zones, right? If you got into this trade using the 30-minute zone and you put your stop loss below the zone like a lot of people do, this one green candle before it started going up, it hit, how many people's stop loss do you think was hit before it started this push to the top side? Just collected those contracts and then used them to use their stop loss to give everybody else who was holding those profits. Pretty much is what happened. But US 30, yeah, US 30 is beautiful. But yeah, man, I don't really have any pairs to look at. I'm pretty much done for the day, to be honest. Um, unless you guys have any other questions, any pairs you guys want me to go over, anything you guys want me to explain again, let me know. If not, then we'll be done here for today. There's really no pairs for me to really be looking at. Right? Everything moved overnight. Everything, the 372s that we were seeing pretty much already made their moves as well. Um, there's no continuations in the weeks and the months, right? All we know is price is gonna want to make um damn, what's the word I'm looking for? Is the market is gonna want to make a correction to the last 2 weeks of news that we're given, right? So that's what we're just waiting for. We're waiting for a little bit of a market shift, right? And we can see that on US 30 pretty much, right? All these imbalances that were created in the past 2.5 weeks, right? We know that the market is gonna want to turn around, give a little bit of a market correction, right? But for us, what do we want to see? When you want to see a market correction, when you want to see price go up when it's been going down, you want to see price go from making lower lows, lower lows to higher high, higher lows and higher highs. So not catching these trades early on US 30 is all good, right? Because either way, we want to see price start pushing up to these highs, right? And I thought yesterday was going to be the day that we were going to see that. So this is why I'm saying the same move that happened yesterday, right? Because US 30 moves super early, and then same thing today, right? Could we be expecting the same moves to happen today, where price goes up, makes everybody believe that this is where price is going to start turning around, right? And then it's just going to start melting back down and it's just following the lower lows, lower high, lower low, lower high. It could happen, right? That could be something we're going to see today. So you guys know me. I'd rather wait for the confirmations to really know exactly where we're going, and then we wait for the continuation trades to know that we're 100% going to be in these trades in the long run. So that's what I'm going to be waiting for, right? And then if it doesn't give us the turnaround, it's just continuing to make lower lows and lower highs, and we know that we could catch those trades going short too. So again, if you guys there's no questions, we'll be done for today. There's really, like I said, there's really no pairs for us to keep an eye on. We'll be back again tonight, 7 p.m. for the isolation session. We'll break these pairs down a little bit more, and then we'll get ready for tomorrow. For tomorrow morning, same time, 6 a.m. Make sure you guys join the Discord too, so stay aware of when we're gonna go live. I'll post the link right now in the chat. Give me 1 second. Alright, guys, we'll be done for today. We'll be back later tonight, 7 p.m. for the isolation session. I'll keep you guys posted too in the Discord. There is news today at 1, so I'll most likely be watching the charts and just waiting for that news to hit. If I see something that's juicy and like we could get into for just a quick profit, then I'll let you guys know in the Discord. But alright, guys, we'll see you later tonight. Peace out.